guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're actually going to be talking about the Steam Summer Sale. So there are a ton of monster taming games that are on sale right now. So the actual sale is ongoing right now and ends on July 10th. So let's actually dive into this. So the first one that always pops up is going to be Power World. It's 25% off. So they recently have like a really cool collab with Terraria. So that update is actually live. So if you guys are interested in picking up Power World, the actual collaboration is live now. So the game currently is 25% off at $22.49. And then we got Slime Rancher 2 at 34% off at $19.79. Oh yeah, by the way guys, all prices that you guys see in the video are going to be in USD. And from yesterday's video, I mentioned pretty much every Digimon game that's out right now is pretty much on sale on every platform. So if you guys missed that video, you can check yesterday's video. But just to give you guys a heads up, Digimon Cyber Sleuth is on sale for 80% off for $9.99. And then we got Spirit City Lo-Fi Sessions. They, I believe, just announced a collaboration with Among Us, which was an interesting collaboration. Was not expecting that one. Pretty cool. It's not a traditional game. It's a pretty much like a music listening monster taming game. So if you guys really love lo-fi music, this is a pretty solid pickup for $8.03 right now. And then one of my personal favorites, Cassette Beast, it's half off right now at $9.99. And then if you guys are into Rune Factory 4 is 70% off at $8.99. And then another pretty solid game here is Moonstone Island, 50% off at $9.99. And then another Digimon game, Digimon World Next Order, 75% off at $14.99. Just to let you guys know, that game is normally $60, so it's pretty good heavy discount right now. Let's see, we got Rune Factory 5 at 60% off at $15.99. One of these times I'm gonna have to try this on the channel is Bug Snacks. I always see this game has really good reviews on it. Yeah, it's got overwhelmingly positive reviews. Game is 70% off at $7.49. And then we got Tim Tim. It's 72% off at $12.59. And then a really good, honestly, kind of sleeper pick here or hidden gem is Bloomtown: A Different Story. Really solid pixel art. I absolutely enjoyed this game. It's 50% off at $12.49. And then we got another Rune Factory game, Rune Factory 3 Special, 60% off at $15.99. And then we got Beastie Ball, basically a volleyball monster taming game. Pretty cool concept. It's 15% off at $21.24. And then honestly, if you don't have this if you're a monster taming fan and don't have this in your collection, this is a really good one. Nini Kuni, 85% off, basically using Ghibli art, and it's $7.49. And then we got Monster Hunter Stories 1. Let's see, 34% off or $19.79. Honestly, this is a really solid pickup. I personally like this game just as much as the second one, even though the second one has some quality of life, enhancements, but this is still a solid pickup for $19.79. Trust me, you'll be at the very least, if you're going to be beating the game, at least 40 hours into it. So definitely a lot of content. And then we got World of Final Fantasy. It's 60% off at $9.99. Let me know down below, guys, because I remember Gym Leader Ed talking about this game where if you did not run the game in administrator mode, it would go to like a black screen. Let me know if that's been actually patched out, because I'm kind of curious. And then we got Dokimon Quest. 67% off at $6.59. Really solid game. And then we got Monster Hunter Stories 2, 25% off at $29.99. And then if you guys are into like you know, pretty cool auto battler, probably the best way to explain it, auto battler RPG. I really like the whole concept with the whole like catching demons and stuff. It's 20% off at $15.99. It just recently went full release. And then we got Temtem Swarm at 25% off at $7.49. And then we got a probably the best way to, like, it's a simulation. It's kind of like run your own Pokemon daycare, but just with geckos. Kind of cool concept. Really cute looking game. 15% off at $13.59. And then we have Ooblets at 35% off at $19.49. And then we got Bugaboo Pocket. If you guys are into like Tamagotchi style games, basically you raise bugs. Really cool concept. 20% off at $15.99. And then here's another game very similar to Gecko Shop. Basically, you're kind of like a Pokemon Center, just, you know, taking care of monsters here. I had a lot of fun with this game, but yeah, it's 25% off at $9.74. And then I believe this game just recently released, Nanomon Virtual Pet. It's kind of like a desktop idler game. Really cool game. Covered it in the past. It's $10, or not $10, but it's 10% off at $13.49. And then I covered this game in one of my hidden gems, Epic Battle Fantasy 5. It's 60% off at $9.99. Really solid game. It is an older game, but it's still honestly, it being 60% off, this is a really good price to pick it up at. Okay, we got a Cerealum Ultimate half off, $9.99. If you're looking for a really hard, complex game and some really cool monster designs, this is a really good pickup. And then we got Koromon, 75% off for less than $5, basically $4.99. Let's see. I don't think Critter Cafe, they have it listed as a creature collector game. Let's see, 66% off, $6.79. So we got Time to Morp, 50% off at $9.99. And then another personal favorite of mine is Monster Sanctuary, 75% off at $4.99. And then this is a really good one. Totally reminds me of like old school Digimon World. We got Animalheart at 55% off, or $8.09. And then this is a really interesting game. The catching, like, it's not really catching, it's kind of the way they phrase it is a creature saver. But honestly, this is a really cool game, Creatures of Ava. It's 40% off at $14.99. And then basically they're giving away Nexomon Extinction. Look at this, 90% off for $1.09. Like, if you do not have this in your library and you guys love monster taming games, this needs to be, they're literally giving this away there. And then we got Ova Magica, 25% off at $18.74. And then we got Farmagia. I'm not gonna lie, this game was a real disappointment, to be honest. But if you are interested in trying it, it is 60% off at $19.99. So if you guys do end up picking it up, you can still use the Steam refund policy. So if you guys don't like it, but yeah, personally, this one wasn't not my cup of tea. And then we got Dragon Quest Treasures, 50% off at $24.99. And then we got Dice Folk at 40% off at $8.99. And let's see, we got Monster Breeder. It's 25% off at $22.49. If you guys see me skipping some of these games, these are more like hidden games. Like these are like cat games. They're not. This is why I personally hate the creature collector tag, because all these stupid cat games always get kind of like bundled into this. Okay, let's see. We got Bot World Odyssey, 50% off at $12.50. And then we got another Nexomon game. This is Nexomon 1, 50% off at $4.99. And then we got Disc Creatures, 65% off at $5.24. And then we got Research Story. Let's see, that's 20% off at $11.19. And then we got Anoheart Layer Null. This is the actual like card, like the card game actually got its own spin-off game, which was really cool. But yeah, it's 25% off at $10.49. And then let's see another big one here. We got Tomomon. It's 30% off at $10.49. Another Digimon, you know, inspiring game. And then it looks like Neo Dual Backpack Monsters is half off at $5.99. There was a recent announcement that I believe the game is back, so they're going to be doing the whole PvP thing back. So I know for the longest time they were having some issues and they actually shut it down for a while, but it looks like they are fully back. And then we got Chronomon, 20% off at $11.99. And then we recently tried this on the channel. Critter Garden, 20% off at $7.99. Really fun game. And then we got Kaidomon Hyper Auto Battlers, 50% off at $4.99. And then another classic game that I personally like is Patch Quest, 80% off at $2.99. Literally giving that game away. And then we got to end it off here is Serialum 2, 50% off at $7.49. So that, hopefully I didn't bore you guys, but yeah, those are pretty much all the monster taming games that are currently on sale during the Steam summer sale. So if you guys haven't picked them up, this is probably the best time to pick them up, because they are not going to probably discount these until late in the year, and not even a guarantee that the prices are going to be even as good as this. So especially if you guys are Digimon fans, this is probably the best time to pick up the Digimon games. But there are other games like Koromon and Power World that are, you know, heavily discounted. So if you guys haven't picked them up, this is probably your best time to do it. But yeah, let me know down below if you guys have picked up any of these games, or if you guys have already picked up these games, or just simply, you know, if you guys want me to play one of these games on the channel, let me know down below. But other than that, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.